Now, in this video, we are going to take up one more problem on projections of lines, problem number 62. A line has one end 30 mm in front of VP and 15 mm above HP, and the other end is 15 mm in front of VP and is above HP. Length of the line is 60 mm, top view of the line is 40 mm long. Draw the two views of the line and obtain the inclination with HP and VP. So here we will try to analyze this problem by using 3D and also by using the orthographic view. So to do that, first we will going to consider a line has one end is 30 mm in front of VP. So when you look from the front top view, we can see the distance 30 mm in front of VP. When it looks from the top view, the image will going to be projected onto the horizontal plane, and you mark this point as capital P and small p here. And 15 mm above HP. So when you look from the front view, we can see the distance 15 mm above HP. And when it is looking from the front view, the image is projected onto the horizontal vertical plane. So you're going to get this distance as 15 mm, which is small p dash, and this is p. Mark that. Then the other end is 15 mm in front of VP. So when you look from the top view, we can see the distance in front of VP, which is 15 mm, and draw a dash dot line so that you will going to get the locus of Q in the top view. And he says the length of the line is 60 mm, top view of the line is 40 mm. So since it is the length of the line, it is the true length of the line, which is 60 mm. As we know, they have the locus in the top view. You take with P as center, cut an arc on the locus of Q by 60 mm. So you mark this point as small q1. So you are going to get joint P and q1. So this is capital P and this is capital Q1 because it is the true length line in the top view. And also the top view line is 40. So with P as center, taking the radius of 40, and you cut an arc on the locus of Q, so that you will going to get the top view also, which is small q. So as we got the top view, that means the front view point of the Q point should lie on this end projector only. So you draw a vertical projector from Q in the top view in space. As we draw this, and when you look from the top, when you look from the front view, so what happens from here, you will going to take till here, and from there you draw a vertical projector to the top front view. And we know that this is the true length in the top view because it is P and Q1, which is when you look from the top view, it is projected directly onto the horizontal plane. How do I know that this is the true length? Because since it is the true length, it should be parallel to HP because we are getting the true length in the horizontal plane. So when you look from the front view, both P and Q1 are above HP by 15 mm. So as we look from the front view, the image is projected onto the vertical plane with P dash and Q1 dash. So both P dash and Q1 dash are above HP by 15 mm. So with P as center, taking the PQ1 as the radius, you rotate in space so that Q1 will going to come and cuts the locus of Q here, that is on the end projector capital Q, which is in space. So you're going to get this point Q. So join P and Q with a dark line here. So this will going to be the one which will going to be the line in space. But how do I able to get it on the front view? So when you look from the front view, as we are rotating with P as center, capital Q1, P, Q1 as the radius, when you rotate it, what happens to the image? So the image also in the vertical plane with P dash as center, taking the radius of P dash Q1 dash, it is rotating such that it will going to cut the locus of, so that it will going to cut on this end projector which has been drawn from the Q, so that it will going to get this point Q dash. Then join P dash Q dash with a dark line. So now we got the locus of Q in the front view. Once you get the locus of Q in the front view, so now our main aim is to find out the true length in the vertical plane. So to find out the true length in the vertical plane, you have to make that line parallel to vertical plane. With capital P as center, taking the radius of capital PQ, you rotate it such that both P and Q2 are in front of VP by 30 mm. How do I do that? When you are projecting onto the horizontal plane, when you are looking from the top view, this Q is here, so it will come here, which will going to be PQ. With P as center, taking the radius of PQ, you rotate it, make it parallel to VP. Once you make it parallel to VP, so when you look from the front top view, you can see both P and Q2 are in front of VP by 30 mm. Now the line is parallel to VP. So as we look from the top view, you project from Q2 to this till to here. Then when you look from the top front view, this small q2 to q2 is the line which you are getting in space. So when you look from the front view, that projection will going to be from here. So you project from here so that it will going to cut the locus of q in the front view and mark that point as q2 dash and join p dash q2 dash, which will going to be the true length line. So this is how we will be able to analyze this problem in 3D. Now we will try to analyze this in stepwise and also in orthographic projection. So here we have the true length in the horizontal plane. Since it is the true length in the horizontal plane, and we also know the top view. Since we know the top view, the front view point of this should lie on this end projector. So since the front view of the point Q should lie on this end projector, obviously when you look from the front view, that line will going to be from here to here. It is extended till the plane is there. With P as center, taking the radius of PQ1, you rotate it such that this Q1 which will going to lie on this end projector here, so that you are going to get that point Q. So you join these two, which will be the line in space. When you are projecting from the front view, what happens? You will going to have a line from here to here. As we are rotating this with P as center, what happens to the position from P dash also? So as we look from the front view, the image is projected onto Q1 dash here and from P dash here. So P dash Q1 dash is parallel to HP. So with P dash as center, P dash Q1 dash is the radius you are rotating, so that this Q1 dash will going to lie on this end projector, which is on to get Q dash. Then join P dash Q dash with a dark line. So you're going to get the locus of Q in the front view. That is what we have shown here also. With Q1, you project this Q1 till to the P dash, because this is the true length in the horizontal plane. So with P dash as center, taking the radius of P dash Q1 dash, you rotate it such that that will going to lie or cuts on the end projector line of Q, which has been projected from the top view. So you're going to get this point as Q dash, then join P dash Q dash with a dark line, and now you are going to get the locus of Q in the front view. So similarly, now we will going to take the true length in the front view. To get the true length in the front view, with P as center, taking the radius of PQ, which is the line in space, rotate it such that both capital P and Q2 are in front of VP by 30 mm. So when you are projecting this onto the top view with P as center, taking the radius of small pq, you rotate it such that both small p and Q2 are in front of VP by 30 mm. Now the line is parallel to VP. So when you look from the top view, you are getting this, and when you are looking from the front view, you are projecting from here. Both will going to intersect at this point on the locus of Q. You mark this point as Q2 dash, join P dash Q2 dash. So this is how you will be able to find the true length in the front view. So that is what we have shown in the orthographic view also. With P as center, taking the radius of PQ, make it parallel, but that is both P and Q2 are in front of VP by 30 mm. Then from you draw a vertical projector from Q2 to the front view, so that it will going to cut on the locus of Q in the front view, and you mark this point as Q2 dash, then mark this as capital P and capital Q. So you will going to get the true length in the vertical plane. So this is how you will be able to analyze it 3D and also in the stepwise by using the orthographic view. Now we will try to solve the problem by using the sketchbook. So to do that, so first we are going to draw the XY line and you mark VP and HP. So from XY line, you measure 15 mm above XY and draw a horizontal line. Similarly, from XY line, you measure 30 mm and draw a horizontal line, and consider any point on this front view and draw a vertical projector, and so that you will go to get this point capital P and P dash and capital P and P. Then you measure 15 mm in front of VP, that is below XY line, and draw a horizontal dashed out thin line, and you mark this as the locus of Q in the top view. So by using the compass, you measure the distance of true length, which is 60 mm, with small p as center, cut on the locus of Q, so that you will going to get this point as Q1. Join P and Q1 with little bit thicker than the XY line, and you mark this as capital Q here. Similarly, you take the top view distance of 40 by using the compass with P as center. Again, you cut it on the locus of Q so that you will going to get this point small q. And you mark this point as small q. So this is the top view. So you draw a thick line join between P and Q with a thick line. So then with Q as and from Q, you draw a vertical projector to the front view. Why? Because Q dash should lie on this end projector. So now you will go to take the true length in the top view. So as we know that this is the true length in the top view, obviously P dash Q1 dash should be above HP by 15 mm because P dash is above HP by 15 mm. Q1 dash should also be above HP by 15 mm. Then only the line is parallel. So from Q1, draw a vertical projector till to the locus of Q and you mark this point as Q1 dash. Then by using the compass with P dash as center, taking the radius of P dash Q1 dash, you rotate it such that it will going to cut on this end projector line which is drawn from Q. Mark this point as Q dash, then join P dash Q dash with a dark line. So this will going to be the front view. Once you get Q dash, then you draw a horizontal dash dot line, thin line, and you mark this as locus of Q. So with P as center, again by using the compass with PQ as the radius, you draw an arc such that both P and Q2 are in front of EP by 30 mm. So that Q2, P and Q2 will become parallel to XY line in the top view. So from Q2, you draw a vertical projector so that it will going to cut the locus of Q in the front view. And you mark this point as Q2 dash. As we know that PQ2 is the line which is parallel to XY in the top view, obviously this line will going to be in the true length. So you mark this point as capital Q. Join point P dash Q2 dash with little bit thicker than the XY line and show the dimensions. And you mark this as theta, alpha, phi and beta. By using the protractor with P dash as center, measure the true inclination with respect to HP, which is theta, which is 48 degrees when you are doing it in manual. When you are doing it in computer, it will be 48.19. Similarly, you measure the apparent inclination with respect to HP, which is alpha, which is 50 degrees. When you are doing it in computer, it will be 50.34. Similarly, with P as center, by using the compass, you measure, by using the protractor, you measure an angle of true inclination with respect to VP, which is phi, which is 15 degrees. When you're doing it in manual, when you're doing it in computer, it will be 14.48. Similarly, apparent inclination with respect to VP, which is beta, which will be 22 degrees. When you're doing it in manual, when you're doing it in computer, 22.02 degrees. So this is how you will be able to analyze and solve the problem using the sketch book. Thank you.